Welcome to Coins News Daily. Today we are talking about the most valuable rare golden $1 coins from the United States of America that collectors are paying huge money for. Some of these tiny gold coins are worth millions, even thousands of millions of dollars. Make sure you watch until the end, because one of these coins might be sitting in your collection right now. If you enjoyed learning about these most valuable rare golden $1 coins, make sure you check your collection carefully. Subscribe, like, share, and comment below if you love rare coin discoveries. This is Coins News Daily. Thanks with love for watching. Red Heart. Coin 1. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating modern U.S. coins that collectors still hunt for with excitement and curiosity, the 2009 William Henry Harrison Presidential $1 coin. If you love coins, rare varieties, mint errors, and the thrill of discovering hidden value in pocket change, then stay with me all the way to the end, because this story might completely change the way you look at your dollar coins. In 2009, the United States Mint released the William Henry Harrison Presidential Dollar as part of the Presidential $1 coin program. This program honored past U.S. presidents in the order they served. William Henry Harrison, the 9th President of the United States, was featured as the first release of that year. Now here is what makes this coin interesting right from the beginning. William Henry Harrison served the shortest presidency in American history. He was inaugurated in 1841 and passed away just 31 days later. That short presidency already gives this coin a historical mystery that collectors love. The obverse of the coin features a detailed portrait of Harrison, along with the inscriptions of his name, the order of presidency, and the years he served. The reverse shows the Statue of Liberty, a design used across the presidential dollar series. But what truly makes this coin special is not just the design, it is the edge. Unlike traditional coins where the date and mint mark appear on the front or back, this presidential dollar features edge lettering. The year, mint mark, and the motto E pluribus unum are engraved on the edge of the coin. This unique design feature led to some of the most famous modern mint errors in American coin history. Let's talk about rarity. Millions of these coins were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. So at first glance, you might think this coin is common. And in circulated condition, many examples are indeed very affordable. However, condition is everything in coin collecting. High-grade uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services, are much more difficult to find. Modern coins are mass-produced, but very few survive in near-perfect condition without contact marks, scratches, or weak strikes. Now here is where collectors get truly excited. The mint errors point. One of the most valuable and famous errors for presidential dollars is the missing edge lettering error. Some coins were mistakenly struck without the edge inscriptions. That means no date, no mint mark, and no motto on the edge. These error coins immediately became collector favorites. Imagine holding a coin that looks normal on the front and back, but when you check the edge, it is completely blank. That simple mistake can multiply the value dramatically. Another rare variation involves doubled edge lettering, where the coin passed through the edge lettering machine twice, creating overlapping inscriptions. These are far scarcer than normal coins and highly sought after. There are also off-center strikes, weak strikes, and die adjustment errors that increase desirability. But remember, not every error is valuable. Authentication and professional grading are essential. Let's talk about why collectors still search for this coin today. First, it represents the early years of the presidential dollar series. Coins from the beginning of a series often attract more attention. Second, public interest in dollar coins has declined over the years. Fewer people use them in circulation, which means many coins remain stored away in rolls and bags. But finding pristine examples decades later becomes harder as time passes. Third, modern collectors are now recognizing that condition rarity matters more than mintage numbers alone. A common coin in perfect condition can be rarer than a low mintage coin in average condition. Now imagine this scenario. You find a 2009 William Henry Harrison dollar coin in your collection. It looks shiny, untouched, with strong details in the hair and lettering. You check the edge, and everything is perfectly aligned. That coin, if professionally graded at the highest levels, could be worth far more than face value. But if you discover a missing edge lettering example, That is when the excitement truly begins. Let's also consider the historical angle. William Henry Harrison was a war hero before becoming president. He gained national fame from the Battle of Tippecanoe. His campaign slogan, "Tippecanoe and Tyler too," became one of the most famous political slogans in American history. Holding this coin is like holding a small piece of that story. Collectors love coins that combine history, minting innovation, and era potential. This coin checks all three boxes. Now I want every coin lover listening carefully. If you own presidential dollars, take them out. Check the edges. Use proper lighting. Look for missing inscriptions. Look for doubling. Look for unusual surfaces or striking errors, but do not clean your coins. Cleaning destroys value instantly. If you believe you have a rare variety, consult a professional grading service. Authentication protects you and confirms authenticity for future buyers. Modern coins are sometimes underestimated. People assume only old silver or gold coins hold value. But modern mint errors and high-grade condition rarities are becoming more popular every year, and here is something even more interesting. As time goes on, fewer perfect examples remain. Coins get scratched, dropped, mishandled. The population of flawless coins decreases slowly over decades. That means the best preserved examples today could become tomorrow's elite collectibles. Now let's finally talk about real market price and auction value. In circulated condition, the 2009 William Henry Harrison presidential dollar is generally worth face value, which is $1. In uncirculated condition, typical examples sell for around $2 to $5 depending on quality. High-grade certified examples in MS-67 condition have sold at auction for around $50 to $100 depending on appeal and demand. Missing edge lettering error coins have sold for approximately $100 to $300 depending on condition and certification. Exceptional high-grade error examples have reached auction prices of around $500. So while most examples remain affordable, rare condition pieces and dramatic errors can bring impressive premiums, and that is why this coin remains exciting. It teaches us that rarity is not always about age. It is about condition, errors, and collector demand. So next time you see a presidential dollar, do not ignore it. Examine it closely. Because hidden inside what looks ordinary could be a valuable treasure waiting to be discovered. If you love coin collecting, if you enjoy the thrill of searching for rare errors, and if American history fascinates you, then the 2009 William Henry Harrison presidential dollar deserves a special place in your collection. Keep searching. Keep learning. And remember, sometimes the most valuable coins are hiding in plain sight. Coin 2. We are diving into a coin that many people have seen, but very few truly understand. A coin that looks simple at first glance, yet carries history, rarity, mystery, and serious collector demand. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might look at your pocket change in a completely different way. We're talking about the 2011 Andrew Johnson presidential $1 coin. This coin is part of the presidential dollar series released by the United States Mint. The program honored former presidents of the United States in the order they served. In 2011, one of the featured presidents was Andrew Johnson, the 17th President of the United States. Andrew Johnson became president after the tragic assassination of Abraham Lincoln. His presidency was one of the most challenging periods in American history, during Reconstruction after the Civil War. That powerful historical connection already gives this coin emotional and historical depth. But collectors don't just chase history. They chase rarity, condition, and errors. The obverse of the coin features a detailed portrait of Andrew Johnson. Around the portrait, you'll see the inscriptions Andrew Johnson, In God We Trust, 17th President, and the years 1865 to 1869. The reverse design is consistent across the presidential dollar series, featuring the Statue of Liberty, a strong symbol of freedom and democracy. Now here's where things get interesting. Unlike older $1 coins made of silver, this coin is not silver. It has a golden color, but that shine comes from a manganese brass outer layer bonded to a copper core. Many people mistakenly believe these coins are gold. They are not. But do not underestimate them just because they are modern. Most 2011 Andrew Johnson dollars were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. There were also proof versions struck in San Francisco for collectors. Millions were produced. And when you hear millions, you might think, how could this possibly be rare? Here's the secret every serious collector knows: mintage numbers do not always tell the full story. What matters is survival in high-grade condition, demand, and especially errors. Circulated examples of this coin are common. You can still occasionally find them in rolls or bank reserves. But pristine, uncirculated examples graded at the highest levels are much harder to find. Coins graded MS-67 and above are significantly scarcer than the average person realizes. The presidential dollar coins were often stored in bags, which caused contact marks. Finding a flawless surface without nicks, scratches, or dull luster is extremely difficult, and then we move to what truly excites collectors. Errors. Edge lettering errors are one of the most famous varieties in the presidential dollar series. Instead of having the date and mint mark on the front or back, these coins have edge lettering. The year, mint mark, and motto E pluribus unum are inscribed on the edge of the coin. Some 2011 Andrew Johnson dollars were discovered with missing edge lettering. Completely blank edges. These pieces immediately caught the attention of collectors. Because the edge lettering is applied after striking, if that step fails, you get a dramatic and highly collectible mint error. There are also doubled edge lettering examples. That happens when a coin passes through the edge lettering machine twice, creating overlapping or distorted inscriptions. These are much rarer than the missing edge pieces. Another variety to watch for is weak or partially missing edge inscriptions. While not as dramatic as a fully blank edge, collectors still value these mistakes when authenticated. Proof coins from San Francisco also bring strong interest, especially in deep cameo condition with perfect mirrored fields and frosted devices. A flawless proof coin, free of haze or spots, can command impressive premiums among collectors who demand perfection. Now let's talk about condition, because condition is everything in modern coin collecting. A circulated Andrew Johnson dollar may only be worth face value. But once you step into certified mint state grades, the numbers begin to change. Luster, strike sharpness, absence of marks, and I appeal all play major roles. Coins graded MS-65 are relatively obtainable. MS-66 becomes tougher. MS-67 is scarce. Anything higher becomes condition rarity territory. Collectors love coins that combine historical importance with limited availability in top grades. Andrew Johnson's controversial presidency adds an additional layer of intrigue. Some collectors build complete presidential dollar sets, and they want the best example possible for every slot. That competitive demand pushes top-graded pieces higher. Another factor influencing value is long-term survival. Many of these coins were not widely used in circulation. Public acceptance of dollar coins in daily transactions was limited. As a result, large quantities remained stored in government vaults or were eventually melted. Over time, attrition can increase collector interest. If you're searching for one, carefully inspect the edge. That is your first step. Rotate the coin slowly. Make sure the lettering is present and clear. Look for doubling or complete absence. Next, check the surfaces under bright light. Tilt the coin and examine for heavy contact marks, especially on the cheek and fields. A clean cheek on the portrait dramatically improves eye appeal. For proof versions, inspect for haze or milk spots. Perfect clarity with deep mirrored fields makes a huge difference in desirability. Collectors who specialize in error coins pay especially close attention to authentication. Because edge errors can be faked or altered, professional grading and certification from a reputable grading service is strongly recommended before making major purchases. Now let's talk numbers, because I know this is what many of you are waiting for. Circulated 2011 Andrew Johnson $1 coins typically trade at face value of $1. Uncirculated examples in average mint state condition generally sell for $2 to $5 depending on quality. High-grade certified examples in MS-67 condition have sold in the range of $100 to $300 depending on eye appeal and demand. Proof versions in pristine condition usually trade between $5 and $20, with perfect graded proofs reaching higher levels. missing edge lettering error coins have sold for several $100s depending on condition and certification. Strong doubled edge lettering examples have reached auction results between $500 and over $1,000 in exceptional cases, and now for the real market highlights. The highest graded certified examples of the 2011 Andrew Johnson presidential dollar in superb mint state condition have achieved auction prices approaching $2,000. Rare dramatic edge error specimens in top certified grades have crossed the auction block for more than $2,500. So the next time you see a golden dollar coin, do not ignore it. Examine it. Rotate it. Study the edge. Because hidden in what looks ordinary could be something extraordinary. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about history in your hands. It is about discovering small details that most people overlook. And sometimes, it is about turning $1 into something worth thousands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2011 Andrew Johnson presidential dollar, stay tuned. There are more hidden treasures out there, and we are just getting started. Coin 3. We are diving into one of the most fascinating modern presidential dollar coins ever released, the United States of America John Quincy Adams 1825 to 1829 $1 coin from 2008. If you are a coin lover, collector, treasure hunter, or someone who simply enjoys discovering hidden value in everyday change, then stay with me very carefully, because this story might completely change the way you look at your coins. In 2007, the United States Mint began the presidential $1 coin program. The goal was simple but powerful: to honor former presidents of the United States in the order they served. In 2008, the sixth president, John Quincy Adams, was featured. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the letter P, this coin became part of everyday circulation. Millions were produced, and at first glance, it might look like just another golden dollar, but here is where things get interesting. John Quincy Adams was not just any president. He was the son of the second president, John Adams. He was a diplomat, a statesman, and one of the most intelligent leaders of his time. His presidency lasted from 1825 to 1829, and the coin proudly displays these years beneath his portrait. The obverse shows his detailed bust, serious and thoughtful, with the inscriptions John Quincy Adams, In God We Trust, 6th President, and the years of his term. Turn the coin over and you see the beautiful Statue of Liberty design that appears on all presidential dollars. The reverse includes United States of America and $1. But here is something unique: the date and mint mark are not on the front or back. They are on the edge. Yes, the edge. This is one of the most exciting parts of this coin for collectors. Around the edge you will find the year 2008, the mint mark P, and the motto E Pluribus Unum. This edge lettering was something different for modern US coins, and it created opportunities for rare errors that collectors love. Now let's talk about rarity. In total, over 100 million John Quincy Adams dollars were minted in Philadelphia. That sounds like a huge number, and it is. So in normal circulated condition, this coin is usually worth only its face value of $1. If you find one in your pocket change, it is still just $1, but condition changes everything. If the coin was never circulated and remains in brilliant uncirculated condition, especially if preserved carefully since 2008, it becomes more desirable. Coins graded MS65, MS66, or higher by professional grading services can command significantly higher prices because of their sharp details, strong luster, and lack of marks. However, what truly makes this coin exciting are the errors. One of the most famous errors is the missing edge lettering. Some coins left the mint without the date, mint mark, or motto stamped on the edge. These are called blank edge errors. When the presidential dollar program first started, missing edge lettering created a sensation among collectors. People were searching rolls of coins from banks hoping to find one. Another dramatic error is double edge lettering. This happens when the coin passes through the edge lettering machine twice, creating overlapping or inverted inscriptions. These coins look unusual and immediately catch a trained eye. There are also off-center strikes, weak strikes, clipped planchets, and other minting mistakes. While not extremely common, when found in high-grade condition, these errors can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's treasure. Now let's talk about what collectors should look for. First, examine the edge carefully. Rotate the coin slowly and look for complete, sharp lettering. If the edge is completely smooth with no inscriptions at all, you may have something special. Second, inspect the surfaces under good lighting. Look for strong luster and minimal scratches. Third, consider professional grading if you believe the coin is in exceptional condition or has a clear mint error. Collectors love coins that tell stories. This coin represents not just a president, but a historical era of American politics. It also represents a modern experiment in coin design, bringing edge lettering back into circulation for the first time in decades. That alone gives it historical significance in the numismatic world. Now let's build the suspense that every coin lover waits for, the value.in circulated condition. The 2008 P. John Quincy Adams dollar typically trades at face value of $1.in uncirculated condition. Depending on quality, it can sell for around $3 to $6. High-grade examples certified MS-67 can sell for around $30 to $60 depending on appeal and demand. Missing edge lettering error coins have sold in the range of $50 to several $100 depending on condition. Double edge lettering examples have reached auction results between $100 and $400 depending on grade and clarity of the error. Exceptional high-grade error coins and certified holders have reached auction levels above $500. Imagine finding one of these in a simple bank roll or coin jar. That is why coin collecting is so exciting. Every coin has potential. Every detail matters. The smallest difference, a missing inscription, a doubled letter, a flawless surface, can multiply the value many times over. The John Quincy Adams 2008 P presidential dollar may look ordinary, but hidden among millions are coins that stand out. Coins that collectors search for. Coins that tell a story of history, craftsmanship, and sometimes, minting mistakes that create unexpected treasure. So the next time you see a golden dollar coin, do not ignore it. Examine it carefully. Check the edge. Study the details. Because the difference between $1 and hundreds of dollars might be right there in your hand. Coin lovers, this is why we search. This is why we collect. This is why we never stop looking closely. And if you enjoy discovering the value, rarity, and hidden secrets of the United States of America 2008 P. John Quincy Adams $1 coin, make sure you stay tuned for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight. Coin 4. We are diving into one of the most fascinating modern coins ever released in the United States of America. A coin that carries the face of the very first president, a coin that sparked national attention, collector excitement, and even controversy. Stay with me, because this story is more than just about money. It's about history, rarity, and hidden treasure in your pocket. In 2007, the United States launched a historic coin series honoring the presidents of the nation. The very first coin released in that series featured the legendary first president of the United States, George Washington. This was not just another dollar coin. It was the beginning of the presidential $1 coin program, and collectors across the country rushed to banks to grab rolls of these new golden dollars. When you first look at the 2007 George Washington dollar coin, you immediately notice its bold and clean design. On the obverse, you see a powerful portrait of Washington facing left, along with the inscriptions Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, First President, and 1789 to 1797, marking his years in office. It's a tribute to the leadership that shaped a nation. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the Statue of Liberty, standing tall as a symbol of freedom and hope. Unlike older dollar coins, this series placed important inscriptions on the edge of the coin. That's right, the date, mint mark, and e pluribus unum were not on the front or back, but engraved on the edge. This small detail would later create one of the most valuable modern coin errors in American history. Now here is where things get truly interesting for collectors. Shortly after the coin's release in 2007, people began discovering something shocking. Some coins were missing the edge lettering completely. No date. No mint mark. No e pluribus unum. Just a smooth, plain edge. These error coins quickly gained the nickname Godless dollars because the phrase "In God We Trust," which was supposed to appear on the edge, was missing. This was not a minor mistake. This was a major minting error from the United States Mint. And whenever you combine a first-year issue, a first president, and a dramatic mint error, you create collector demand that can skyrocket. Let's talk about rarity. Millions of 2007 George Washington dollars were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. In normal circulated condition, these coins are common. You can still find them in change or in bank rolls. But condition is everything. Coins graded in high mint state condition by professional grading services are much harder to find. Perfect or near-perfect examples with strong luster and no marks command significantly higher premiums, but the true stars of this series are the missing edge lettering error coins. These were struck normally, but they never went through the edge lettering process. That makes them a genuine mint error, not damage. Collectors carefully inspect the edge of every Washington dollar they find, hoping to discover that smooth, blank-edged treasure. There are also other edge-related errors. Some coins have weak or partially missing lettering. Others show doubled edge inscriptions. A few even have upside-down edge lettering relative to the obverse. While upside-down lettering is actually considered normal variation, completely missing lettering is where the serious money begins. Another factor that makes certain examples more valuable is grading. Coins certified by respected grading companies with high mint state grades are far more desirable. A brilliant uncirculated coin with strong strike details, clean surfaces, and full luster will always outperform a worn or scratched example. Collectors also pay attention to mint marks. The 2007 Washington dollar was struck at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint for circulation, and also in special proof versions at the San Francisco Mint. Proof coins have mirror-like surfaces and frosted designs, made specifically for collectors. While proof coins are beautiful, they were sold in sets and preserved carefully, so they are generally less rare than high-grade circulation strikes or dramatic errors. Now let's talk about why this coin continues to capture attention even years later. First, it represents the beginning of a historic presidential series. Second, it honors the first leader of the nation. Third, it introduced edge lettering back to United States coinage in a bold way. And finally, it produced one of the most talked about modern mint errors ever discovered. For coin hunters, this coin is exciting because it is modern enough to still be found. Imagine searching through a roll of dollar coins from the bank and discovering a missing edge lettering Washington dollar. That thrill keeps collectors searching every single day. If you are a collector, here is what you should do. Carefully examine the edge of every 2007 George Washington dollar you encounter. Look for completely smooth edges with no lettering at all. Make sure the coin shows no signs of tampering. The surface should look original and undisturbed. If you believe you have found a genuine error, consider submitting it to a professional grading service for authentication. Also pay attention to overall condition. Avoid coins with heavy scratches, dull surfaces, or discoloration if you are investing. High-grade examples with strong eye appeal will always have stronger demand. Now let's talk about real market value and auction results. A regular circulated 2007 George Washington dollar coin is worth about $1. An uncirculated example in brilliant mint state condition typically sells for about $2 to $5 depending on quality. High-grade certified examples in top mint state grades can sell for around $20 to $50, with the finest known examples reaching around $100 at auction. Now for the exciting part. A genuine 2007 George Washington dollar coin with missing edge lettering in uncirculated condition has sold for approximately $50 to $100 depending on grade. High-grade certified missing edge lettering error coins have sold at auction for $200 to $500. Some exceptional early discovery pieces and superb high-grade examples have reached auction prices of around $1,000. So the next time you see a golden dollar coin with George Washington's portrait, don't ignore it. Hold it. Turn it. Check the edge carefully. Because hidden in plain sight could be a small piece of modern American history worth far more than its face value. Coin collecting is not just about money. It is about discovery, history, and the excitement of the hunt. And the 2007 George Washington presidential dollar coin proves that even modern coins can hold surprising value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of America's most talked about dollar coins, stay tuned for more rare coin stories that could change the way you look at your pocket change forever.